PL and TA, they're not super greedy, but they need time. They need time to, at least TA needs what, a Blink, Dazo, something like that before she fights. Elder Titan and Wyvern, they might allow you to get those items. There's a lot of
delay tactics?
Yeah, just delay tactics on their side.
Okay, all right. Well, with all of that, we're about ready to... I myself am very excited for this. I am a huge fan of TA, and I personally want to know what her secret is, but we're going to be jumping over to some people that have some secrets of their own. Toby and... Hey.
Break your neck like that, Synderen. We're here now in our best of 3 grand final. Level everything up, but something feels very similar. The PL is back again. They were wondering if it's going to get banned, but it's now returned. Is RNG inviting problems?
Is this worth the risk? Like, Synderen, I agreed with him when he said, make Team Nigma prove that they can beat you with something else. Not only did they get a PL, but they got a 4th against Venge Drow. Drow PL matchup is notoriously one of the worst, if not the worst, for the Drow, because
you're always closing distance.
And the third spell only hits, the third spell from Drow only hits single targets. Like, the arrows stop. So even though it's this nice AoE, the PL illusions are one of the only things in the game that can actually soak up that damage.
If only you could upgrade to, like, piercing shot and go.
What we do in our spare time, Toby.
New attachment coming to Dodo.
Yeah, but... I don't know. I mean, I think I can't believe RNG gave them this draft. Not only did they get the Doom first round, I think Wyvern's one of the best supports in the game right now. Very good against Venge Drow lineup.
Is it worth it, man? Like RNG, they've got Stormjumper, they've got the Disruptor, who's been one hell of a support hero throughout this whole tournament, heavily on the punish. VS combo with the Drow Ranger too. The only thing which is a little unusual because, well, she just didn't want to be blue, is a Legion Commander.
Get there, so I have no doubts that Miracle will. My big up in the air question mark is which one of these mid laners is going to have the mid game momentum. Both of these very snowball heavy, really can punish the supports of the opponent. It's really hard for these supports to protect themselves against the enemy mids, and that's where I'm looking for them to punish in the mid game, and that's going to set a lot of the tone because whoever gets more space in the carry role, if Drow falls behind it all, that's going to feel rough. Surprised that they're putting him top almost.
They actually TP'd Monet to the top after he was being attacked by 3 of the Nigma heroes who started off with their aggro lane. Just instantly sent him away. September, that's why he's now a higher level than Flywood, who had to walk from the top lane. But Dro started the laning phase at 1/4 HP. And GH has proven time and time again, like the ET, like you almost have to ban this out against Nigma, right? Because he just runs at you. Doesn't care if he loses his life as long as he burns your consumables.
Because both carries are starting in the off lane, that almost means even more so about the mid laner momentum because they are going to have a slightly slower start on both of them. I almost think that favors the PL. I think in this matchup, he'll recover much better than the Drow will. I'm really curious to see how that plays out. But both carries eventually will most likely rotate to their own safe lane. Probably, it's generally around the 6 to 8 minute mark that you kind of give up on these aggro lanes. And obviously, as you said, it was originally Nigma aggroing and then the Drow from RNG dodging. Almost surprised he didn't take the Doppelganger on PL level 1.
Just to get rid of the harass?
Yeah, I mean, it's so much effective damage to remove. Technically, it's you'd remove the last 3 ticks of Disruptor's Q, which is 120 damage.
But if he has Phantom Rush, maybe then he can work with Kuro, find these earlier kills. Super currently burning down to mind control Scorched Earth. That's a lot of mischief with the side lane pulls.
And it's a lot of tanky, beefy boys again running at you on the Drow and the Venge. Eventually, we've seen these Drow lineups outscale these types of lineups. But in this case, you have the PL. So that's really an X factor that we have not seen so far against the last Sideblade, but he does manage to get the salve off. Both of them expending a lot of money on the regen in order to keep their mana up, to continue the battle, as well as the health pool, obviously.
Still no first blood, 3 minutes into the game. Everyone being as defensive as they can, apart from Kuro's early harassment. Flywim, that pressing attack is not oh, actually, is it looking for Kuro? Yeah, you're going to glimpse it back over. Miracle have to do something else here, as Kuro back underneath the tier 1 tower. Flywim has the overwhelming odds, thanks to Mango. Up he comes as Doppelganger jump forward from Miracle with the lance. Will get a rebuttal. The first blood still does go the way of Flywim, while Setsu and Weeha having their own little bit of a battle. And Weeha, the damage from Refraction combining with the meld. Does he hit up? Oh no! He misses uphill! He may need another one as Setsu miss uphill again.
If he missed it again, man, I'm calling the lottery and buying a ticket for Storm Spirit here, but Setsu does go down in the mid lane, does pay the price with his courier. That's a classic. I do that all the time myself, so.
That actually kind of hurts for Weeha. Can't just...
He did get
Coil runs down.
Mind control's not a healthy man, but remember he's already killed the VS and Monet does not pack a punch.
Yeah, this is just a solo drow. Lane is pushing into him, so he's going to get plenty of XP top. Miracle, such a heads-up play to go on the Disruptor while the Legion was committing onto his Wyvern. I did not expect him to be able to get that counter kill, but that's just some of the cool plays you see players like him make. Another courier biting the dust. Kuroki sniping.
The Dire Ops actually saw it come over so he can move into position faster. The Flywind's already got his bracer, so he's feeling okay.
Yeah, before those level 5s come out, no flying couriers, quite easy to snipe them.
Hey, Setsu. You do have a Vengeful Spirit nearby. And Storm Spirit, couple of bottle charges, so he's okay to take the damage for the moment. Burn through the Refraction, vortexing him back, but VS has already left, so Setsu's trying to do this solo.
This is a result of the no courier for TA. Setsu knows that he cannot fly himself any more regen right now. So despite the fact that Weeha hits level 6 first, Setsu knows that this is a nice little opening for him. As you said, that courier snipe kind of saved this mid lane, I think. I think Weeha would have been able to bully him out of lane before Storm gets that 6, threatening him with the trap kills, but he just doesn't have the mana to do so. And no courier to deliver him the items he needs.
Flywin, probably feeling like he's still as tanky as he was in the last game as Underlord.
He has no courier this game either, so he's stuck low on the bottom lane as well.
That's why they burn through him. While Mind Control, not the easiest lane for him. 12 for 5 is the CS. So for all the harassment that GH has been able to do, like he's still also taken 10 of the CS from the lane.
That's almost shocking to me that a safe lane Doom is having that much trouble. Yeah, it is an off laner technically, but
you've split the CS. So like if you take both like GH as well as Doom, yeah. it's actually more than Flywin as Miracle will jump himself forward to get the kill onto exactly that man who did not have the regeneration.
These courier snipes actually being a really big deal this game. Something we are not unfamiliar with in terms of them getting sniped, but on the mid lane as well as the bottom lane there. Kind of just have to accept your death on Legion.
Oh, now, oh my god, Monet. Magic Missile from Super actually saving Monet, but GH's movement speed, one more punch. Hits so damn hard. Love to see the numbers, and now into Super. GH hits him with the phone book. Call a friend. You don't win $1 million on this show.
Are there rocks inside of that phone book or something? That was a heavy-looking phone book that he just 3-shotted both of them with. I thought they might have like a stack or something, but then just there, he just put it on the creep wave in one hero, and I mean, I guess ET Spirit level 2, pretty damn powerful. Something that we saw a boatload at TI. They did nerf it such that you can purge it, but unless you have the lane purge, it just doesn't matter. Same hero.
Well, mid lane Vortex going on to Weeha. Double supports TPing in already. It's the Disruptor, ready to work with Super, but they need a glimpse back on Weeha. Sentry Ward is planted, so he can't hide inside the meld. But with the arrival of Kuro and the removal of that Sentry Ward,
they also
and they even get the obs.
Yep.
Easy. That's going to make Setsu's life a little bit more difficult. Oh, nice doppelganger from Miracle. And Flywin now does have the duel. If you can clean up the PL illusions, he can find the real one pretty quickly. GH, all right, here we go again. Who was hitting who? He can actually dive this. One more attack. Spirit out again. He needs to keep the buff up. One more hit, and he gets a GH. Oh, Mone's life goes from bad to worse, but the duel is out.
Who's winning
GH
this?
is still actually hitting so damn hard. He'll end up surviving. One more attack would do it, but Super will have to finish the job.
I may be wrong, but it's happening there because there's no way he's supposed to hit that hard from hitting a creep wave in one hero. I'm pretty sure that's what he's doing. Fogged needs to be here to tell us about that one of his favorite heroes. He always plays ET, but I had to assume he had like a massive stack in his jungle that maybe WeHa just cleared that he was using for that. Something we've seen some ETs do in the past, kind of unique, really use of like pushing that hero to the limits.
Dude, it's out. Fly win. Mind Control just trying to start going on him. That's not going to happen unless he's got some extra support, and Super will hold his hand.
We call those the zoning dooms, Toby.
Oh, do we?
Yes, he is zoned. Look at that.
That's true. The zone is to the south.
Okay.
No need for that. TA, traps galore, and the stuns coming in from ET. We've already seen how hard GH has been hitting on the top lane, and now he's moving down to the bottom. As Miracle will creep skip, they're wanting to try and dive September. They can clean the trees up pretty easily with Doppelganger. And there it is. Doppelganger breaks the trees in the bottom lane. They'll find September. His TP will not happen. The stomp from GH is just there in time, and September will fall.
Radiant's bottom.
This is the GH show so far.
It really is. So we've been looking at Team Nigma because they've been making the plays across the map. We're now 30 seconds out from the outpost. That'll be probably a next part. But how is RNG looking as far as like positive sides of their lineup?
I mean, it's all in the Storm Sphere, right? It is a very good Storm Sphere game as long as he's not getting doomed. The one concern I have for the Storm Sphere, though, is if they just Wyvern curse him into the doom, there's really no counterplay to that. So they're going to have to make sure that as long as he's not dying and they can manage to make one or two big plays with him in the next 5 minutes, that's their way back into this game. But I'm telling you, that's really me digging for some good, breaths of fresh air for this Radiant lineup because this Nigma lineup.
Okay. Starting up again. The duel is there. September's giving the extra damage. TP support is coming in the form of Winter Wyvern as Mind Controls wants to walk away, but the wave of terror of Super able to KS it. The Splinter Blast has not bounced down, so they're fine on that front. It will still be, actually, it's a 3 bounty rune trade. Setsu wants to put the bounty rune he got, all those bottle charges to use. Going after WeHa, knowing he's got his own sentry ward down, but then WeHa grabs the invis rune to his own bottle, and then he'll work out there's a sentry ward. Never mind, just breaks out free pretty quick.
You have to imagine he'll go probably like Deso Blink. He might even go Orchid after that, just because they have very limited lockdown for the Storm Sphere, and he's really the only hero left in the game you have to concern yourselves with. I really think on the side of Nigma, you just ignore in terms of itemization the Drow. The PL's going to take care of her naturally with his kid, so just make sure you remove like the Storm Sphere Legion Commander combo from this equation, and I think you're good to go as this game goes on. I'm curious to see how they end up itemizing. This is one of the big kills I was talking about Storm Sphere being a part of, and they do manage to bring him down. It's on to GH.
Doom. Mind Control gets a Doom off. Super's nearby. Monet able to hit from up on the hillside. The stomp. He actually stopped it from the other side of the map. So Setsu is ticking down for the moment, but that long-range split shot from Monet will do the work. GH wants to do his own damage. Can't get through the wall. The gut pushes it back. Miracle doesn't care about that. Doppelganger's forward. Setsu still low in life. Gets a little bit of extra life back again. And now they're going to go once again. Another stop from GH. Tries to create the space. The duel is already out. And the curse in the back lines. Setsu's the primary target. Flywin will come over. So Setsu will fall, but Miracle will also join the list of the dead. And it's just an absolute slaughter fest. GH wants to get out of here, but the cold embrace, Kuro protecting him, giving him the life back, but the walls start to rise, and GH, everybody go to sleep. No, the glimpse interrupts him, and Flying Win gets the double kill. That is, well, it's a bit of a debacle, really.
That was some funky stuff going on there, to say the least.
Structures are fortified.
I think a lot of heroes that shouldn't die there died. On both sides, so very interesting result there, to say the least. That's about all I got for analysis of that.
That's a midnight breakdown right there. Don't worry, we'll hit the 2 a.m. show, and then things get really saucy.
Oh, yeah. Royal Jelly found. We do not see the debacle of the Singapore event where jellies were left aplenty on the ground.
No, I think teams have finally gotten very used to the fact that all these things are dropping. We're always looking now. And the next thing probably on the list of, like, how do we shore this up is the courier movement.
Yeah, it's really hard to just remember to use that you're using the courier, because you're using it like 5 times in the first 10 minutes as opposed to what you used to be in the early days. Unless you're a mid laner, of course. They have the shovel on GH. Gotta love that item.
Yeah, get those bounties right.
Nah, I'm all about the TP scrolls and the kobolds.
On bottom lane, Setsu. Vortex gonna drag him back in, a little closer towards Setsu, but he'll doppelganger a little bit further away as GH is in the neighborhood, ready to help out. They're actually TPing Disruptor down to bottom lane too, but Ranger farming underneath the Dire Obs ward. This is a lot of information still up for Nigma, and they appear to be very happy with the current status quo, even though the gold advantage, it's pretty even across the board. I'm still looking to see what's going to happen with the Storm Spirit once he really starts to properly initiate. Having the Kaya, having that extra mana to work with.
I think there's just so much weight on his shoulders. I'm yet to see a Drow prove the statement wrong that you can scale against PL. It's just such a rough matchup. Legion Commander might be getting doomed up in the top lane, but
oh, this is a zoning Scorched Earth.
I mean, he's graduated from having to use Doom to zone to just using the Scorched Earth. The Dooms so far have been pretty underwhelming. I don't think any of the Doom targets have died because of the Doom. Yeah, Stormseer died in the mid lane, but he kind of went back in, and that's why he ended up dying.
Miracle's farming, Setsu. Well, he doesn't want anything to do with this.
Put in pop, Toby. Heist Rune on Drow, does have the Poor Man Shield. Not actually bad for the 7 agility items, but against PL, honestly, even on a ranged hero, the value of the block is not that bad.
3-man smoke mover for RNG. Who are they looking for? They have no aggressive observer wards. Now plant one downburst right on top of a Dire Ops and Sentry. Kuro, now he sees it, but Super's already swapped him back in again. Can he get this curse off? No, he can't. The storm is up. And 4 heroes from RNG. Now 5 heroes converse on the tier 1 tower. And well, with a stomp, we are still not ready to jump in just yet. Miracle charging his way forward, looking towards Setsu, throws out the lance. Setsu has enough mana to get himself down the river, begins to TP out underneath them. Have they got enough damage? No, they don't. No, and the gust pushes both Miracle and GH back off the Storm Spirit.
Yeah, I think it's really good that they use the Disruptor ultimate there, because if you manage to get the Wyvern Curse off there, that could just spell disaster for RNG. They do get the deny from the Vengeful Spirit, somehow outlast hitting a 280 damage TA, but
he had a couple of split shots from the Drow to worry about.
Yeah, obviously you're more concerned about just making sure you get the tower. You get the Vambrace on PL, that's pretty nice value. Always going for the double Wraith Bands, so it just frees up a slot for you. He has the Ironwood Tree as well as the Vambrace, so a lot of free stats coming out for him there. And the Iron Talon, actually. Oh, he only won 1 Wraith Band this game. I actually don't think it's worth it, generally speaking, to get that second Wraith Band, so maybe he'll be handing that off to somebody.
The Dire Scan looking for a target, or just making sure Kuro can move up the hill. Now it pings correctly, so they know someone's down there farming the Ancients. And at the same time, RNG also know who is where. That's the dewarding. Does reveal.
Nice value, 5 armor coming out for Legion on that Dragon Scale. Really nice on any strength hero pretty much at this stage in the game.
And I always like this from Team Nigma, where they are able to get rid of this tier 1 tower so early on the bottom lane that then they're already pushing into the tier 2 tower. And you'll see the zoning once again. Legion Commander has to do the D-push. It's a little easier with level 4 overwhelming odds. They did actually fought the wave, so it was able to tank through this, buying a little bit more time up on the top lane. Setsu, first TP's coming in. That dude, man, the range for Mind Control just works so damn well. Hits the Infernal Blade. Miracle, well, he'll doppelganger to walk himself over and kill off Setsu. While Vengeful Spirit's looking for a own target, Kuro was the only one nearby, but he's already got the distance.
That was really well set up by Mind Control there. Even if they managed to glimpse the Doom, the PLT being in immediately means that he was going to be able to catch up to that Storm Spirit. I said that PL's good against Venge as well as Drow. You also can dodge the glimpse.
Glimpse back in, the wall doesn't come up in time, however, and Kuro tries to defend himself. The Column Brace will buy a little bit of extra protection. Does he try and curse? The stop is off, and he'll curse over on Super. That's the stun, but the duel, he didn't realize Flywind was coming up behind.
Meanwhile, okay, that's worth it now. I didn't realize that was going on.
Yep.
I don't think RNG did either.
Gotta remember, there's a Templar Assassin who's a little farmed up, and a PL that's a little farmed up.
Yeah, just a little, it's fine.
17-minute Roshan gets to fall. Welcome to Nethershore. Maybe not as great in this game.
Let's see, against all that physical damage, who can even afford to carry that? Really nobody, right?
And Mind Control's not switching it in.
Yeah, it's too much to give up, I think. until you get like, yeah, there's just no hero that naturally wants to carry that this game, I think.
Oh, what I miss?
Going on the Doom top potentially? No, just
towards the tower. Now he'll go over towards the Doom, but a Wolf Stomp is up, and, well, GH is nearby too with the Spirit. Setsu gotta be careful if that damage comes a little close, but the rest of Royal Never Give Up is also on the way. We already used that Blink Dagger, but then Flywin, this walks point blank. It's a great double silence, but their output of damage is just so high. Refraction was able to tank most of Monet's initial attacks, but now he's in trouble. Attacking back with the Mel. TA Trap will slow him down. Another stomp. Monet put to sleep. Super still trying to help out. Gets stun over on Kuro. And it's just a split up fight. But the changes work. It's a 2-by-2. Now 4 players converge onto Monet.
That's about what it feels like to play Drow against PL.
And Storm has to jump out once again.
Spending the entire fight running away. And then you still die anyway. All too familiar of a situation. I've been on both sides of that equation.
Now Tier 1 tower falls. That's the last remaining Tier 1 tower, I believe, for the Radiant side.
Looking at the map, I can confirm that, Toby.
Had a couple of creeps that were blocking my vision for a second. Cold Embrace, they're giving him some life. Vortex will come up, the curse over on Setsu. TP support's coming, but GH, he's got the split of Flywin's going to back up. Setsu, pull back in! He just manages to dodge the attack from Weeha. Super has to go for the stun. September winning around, but Weeha's already continuing the jump, chasing down the Storm Spirit a little bit further, but he bounces ball lightning itself far enough away. Super, now Weeha turns around for the easier kill. It's the support. Kuro working with him, more TA traps to keep the slow going. Prezi attack tries to break free, but Diffuser Blade up for a miracle, meaning Flywin can't get back underneath the Tier 2 tower. You can see mind control. He's already looking for the next target. The Dire scan. They realize Monet ran towards the south. Doombringer, he can't close the distance to get that Doom off. Even if he did, they're pretty close to home. So there's going to be a Tier 2 tower attack as Team Nigma continue to find opportunity after opportunity. Now pushing their advantage to 5,000. And with this tower going down, it'll probably crack the 6K.
Radiant structures are fortified.
I think RNG is going to need a miracle to win this game, and miracles on the other team, Toby.
Boom. God, but I had the bad jokes. You even got insults on Twitter during the break around that kind of thing. September on the run up into the tree lines. And he's like, oh, I have vision, but technically so does Kuro. Kuro is just going to try and take the outpost. They can see September TPing out. GH a little late, same with Weeha. The TA trap, which is an inch too far to the northeast.
Yeah, I think GH's spirit came back to him right as he tried to stomp, so he missed it slightly because it returned to him for even just a half a second. Like I said, I think the weight on this Storm's shoulders to carry against this PL. He's really the only hero on all of them.
Such low mana, and Miracle could just close the distance. Setsu massively dry. And Miracle will claim his life. This Dawn Spirit was meant to be the one with the weight in his shoulders, getting in there, getting aggressive. But it's the other way around. And again, these two-man tag team fighters. Flywin's in the trees. Here in the curse, a little bit further down to the south, underneath the tower. A nice push away. Gets Monet out to relative safety. But there are 5 heroes from Team Nigma converging on the north. They want to take out this Tier 2 tower on the top now. Catapult, we actually tanking to make sure the catapult stays up. They got the ET Spirit doing the Scout and Miracle. Ready for that Phantom Rush forward. Flywin, are you actually thinking about the denial? He's not just thinking, he gets it.
Worth? Question mark?
And if he's got buyback, which he does, but then you're looking towards the base. Oh, man, September! Doomed up! They don't have the ultimate anymore. Weeha feels the license to dive. September's like, can somebody deny me? I guess I'll just die the old-fashioned way and then have to buy back into the game. Another stomp. TA trapped. If they want to come out, RNG. Now come into that big AoE damage, not to mention the negative armor. Press the attack, trying again. Create a little bit more distance for Fly when they get rid of the creep wave. But buying back needs help from Disruptor, but expended for the Legion Commander. And they still lose both their Tier 2 towers on mid and top.
Middle tower has fallen.
I don't know, man. You gave PL a good PL game. I feel like last game was kind of a rough PL game, and now it's a good PL game. So it's like, I think it's almost just disrespecting Team Nigma here. They've proven with PL this game, this patch, and this tournament that they are
going again in mid. Jump forward, Monet, mind control is the initiator. Oh no, the push! Monet went the wrong way, and now the curse. Sensu's gonna kill off his one position, and then he'll be next on the list. They're waiting for the stun timer, and they've got him as well. 3 down for RNG and Team Nigma now 22 minutes in, feeling they can push high ground. The creep wave, it'll be a coming. They can then get the backdoor protection off. Storm Spirit does not want to buy back without the Drow Ranger. They got no real strong D push. They They could potentially storm it up. Remember, there's no Aegis Immortal. It's already timed out. But September starts the harass on Miracle. But doesn't matter. He'll doppelganger that off and send the illusions forward. Burn off the mana, get the extra information. Makes it impossible to blink forward. September. He's having a hard time just getting there. And they've already lost their mid lane of Rax. 23 minutes in. A glimpse. You know they want it. Doppelganger's up, but they'll pull back instead. Look at Miracle. Run straight over towards September. They don't care about the storm. We are as well as Miracle focusing down the support in towards Super. And GG is already called. Wow. 23 minutes in. And Team Nigma, they may have lost game 1. They had a marathon in game 2. But game 3, all going their way. And RNG, well, the question was, what happens when they get properly tested? They're getting properly tested.
Yeah, you know.